Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
Top to bottom, and you just go look at strength of schedule and different things in the rankings from all the different polls, and you'll find a lot of our schools, ranked towards the top 30 of the state of Texas out, I think, 103 teams or something like that. And so I think every week what our district presents is really tough. Some people like to joke and talk about being the SEC of 2A. And so, I mean, I really think that you can't have an off night in this district. You got to be really prepared. I think our pre-district schedule did that for us, and I think as long as we keep our heads up and understand that what we're doing and where we're building and how we're progressing, puts us in a really good spot, and we keep grinding, every day, every week. And I think we should leave ourselves in a pretty good spot at the end of it.
Well, that was head coach Jerrod Wallace, and I mean, I know, Ryan, you got to catch up with him a little bit and get to know the latest for Shelbyville football, but I'm excited to see how it turns out this week, their game.
Well, it's this is where smaller schools really shine. Everybody expects the 4, 5, and 6s to really do their thing, and they do. They can. They have numbers. They have depth. The thing about the smaller schools is they don't have the numbers. They don't have the depth. These guys go two-way across the board. And you made the reference to the young man who went to Bussy. I mean, he comes from that neck of the woods of, playing both sides of the ball and getting extra attention from scouts. And that's the case with schools these size.
No, you're absolutely right, and I think that's just a big part of it. Obviously, like you said, when you get to the higher classifications, you're going to have more guys, more bodies, more depth. But when you get to the 2A ranks, it's you got to go both ways. You got to play both ways. You got to play offense, defense, that Iron Man athlete. And, especially, and I was telling Kylie this, and I know MC, but I'm a big proponent of you won't find better talent in the 2A ranks. Doesn't matter what class, doesn't matter what division. You won't find better talent than what you have in East Texas with so many of the guys they send to the D1 Power 4 level, and just in general with, the continuity and the chemistry that all of these guys have. And I think, especially in this district where you saw all of their playoff teams last year be able to make it multiple rounds deep. I know Joaquin isn't having the season that they've wanted to so far, but they were in the state semifinals last year. And, Timpson, obviously a state champion from a couple years ago, Garrison a couple rounds deep, Shelbyville a couple rounds deep. This is a really good district, and I think he said it in this. I can't quite remember, but I think he said it. He called this district the SEC of 2A, and I'll be honest with you, it's not a bad comparison to say that because just of how really good all of these teams are in this district.
Yeah, because you beat each other up, and then it is the league of the survival of the fittest. So
you say that like it's casual, Michael.
It is casual. That's what it is. All right, Ryan.